two have not faced off in bracket more than they have. Last time they faced off was that Players Ball Ultimate. Ram taking
it's like
that
2018, 2019.
Yeah, so it's been like 4 years since they played each other in bracket. Somehow they're just two ships passing in the night, but they're on a course for collision here at Warped.
Oh, good collision puns too. I like that one. It's very interesting to note also, James hasn't been one to travel, you know, in recency. He spends a lot of time now in Florida, living there, but he also, you know, doesn't really leave Central Jersey a lot with PSS too often. So it's nice to see James kind of Stoop Kid has officially left the stoop and actually come out chilling in losers right now versus Ram, who has been very strong over the past, you know, couple weeks competing at Fusion, but now has had a really crazy losers run to get here. But nice start by James. Let's see if Ram can kind of pick things back up.
It is nice to see Rivers leave the stoop from Central Jersey and travel all the way to North Jersey. So it's,
listen, that's far for some people, okay?
You know,
gas is $5, Stu. I don't want to hear
I am well aware of what gas costs over the past month. But no, we're going to see Ram ultimately losing that first stock, the combo play of Rivers, the items as well. Look, if you know if you can dodge a banana, you can dodge a grenade. It's like, yeah, no, this is what it is. But yeah, you know how to do the Z drops. You know what that grenade, with the threat that it poses. And Ram, with a full stock deficit on his side, I mean, what is it that you can possibly do? Because none of the pressure that you can apply is applicable to you.
Oh my god, okay.
Good tech.
Ram going to tech. Rivers going to be able to respond here. Barrels are going to prop him up. And I like how Rivers is giving Ram the ability to at least feel like he's comfortable. Wow, that was a great catch. Ram is definitely the type of snake to play a little bit more passively. You see automatically going right back to ledge, which is kind of crazy when you think about it. You're already at 177, just hanging out on ledge here versus Diddy Kong. But Rivers now does have an opportunity to kind of extend the lead even further, but back air not going to be able to do it. 188 on the snake. We know that snake's a little bit heavy, so totally okay. But looking for the up tilt, going to opt for the back air instead. And now Rivers up 2 stocks to 1. Ram is going to have to start approaching.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, Rivers playing a character that sort of allows you to keep the ball in your own end, you know? Like, you're controlling the pace of the match. You can rush down. And even though Rivers can be a rather conservative player in his own right, he knows when to get aggressive. And he's checking his watch. Okay, about now. Yeah. This is the matchup in which to do it. When you have something like Grenade and Nikita, and if you let Snake get comfortable, they're going to edge guard you to oblivion. Never mind, you know, Diddy's recovery being what it is. You got to be on point offensively and confirm as much as you possibly can. And Rivers has not had to win neutral all that much, all things considered. He's been maximizing and optimizing this Diddy Kong.
Yeah, for sure. I totally agree with you there. Also, I mean, Rivers using the monkey flip to not initiate all the time. Sometimes he uses it to actually disengage, so it's really smart. Bear's going to connect here. This could potentially be game for Rivers if he is able to get the confirm here. Ram going to pick up the banana, but once again, these kind of like weak hit back airs, even though they are weak hit, they're not doing, you know, the whole entire job for Rivers. They're definitely working out in the favor. Going to be able to find the trip into the back air. Not going to be able to do it. Once again, weak hit, which does give Ram some time, but the strong hit on the back air there is definitely going to take it at 66.6%. We're moving on to game 2.
Oh my goodness, the mark of the devil himself, and Rivers feeling a little demonic as we're going to take that and rewind it back. We're seeing the last stock of this, and yeah, the weak hit back air allowing Ram to survive. And generally, yeah, you want to be recovering high if you are Ram, but yeah, there's no cipher to be found. There's only, yeah, you were talking all that mess until you got kicked in your chest. So now we're going to game number 2. The stage is going to remain the same. Yeah. The stratagem has to be what's different for Ram. I mean, what can he do?
I mean, the thing is, I think this is a good stage for Snake. I think PS2 is definitely one of Snake's best stages in this game. So I'm not surprised if we stay here for literally the entire time. I mean, we can already see that Ram came out of the gate swinging a lot more this time. So I feel like once Ram realizes, you know what, I do have to play this a little bit more aggressively, it's going to go a little bit better. And so far it has. But once again, Rivers is very tricky with how they recover every single time. But going to get the trip into the fair. And now percentages, while they are in Ram's favor for a little bit, going to extend that. And now Ram does have the lead for the first time. Takes the banana and run. That has always been Diddy Kong's kind of like downfall. If you take the banana, sometimes you can just kind of win off of that.
Yeah, I mean, if you control the item play, that's one way through which you can win neutral. And yeah, banana really it does not get the hatred that Gyro seems to get, just because of the nature of the character. Like, you do actually have to move around with this little dude.
Very
but
true.
yeah, you've got Snake. Well, you know what? I've had enough practice throwing grenades. Perhaps I can manage a banana. And it's just proven to be a little bit tougher than perhaps you might have imagined, breaking through the defenses of Diddy Kong, but still surviving at 138%. That's what Ram is just going to have to tank a lot of these hits, that up smash notwithstanding.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like one thing that has always made Rivers a solid player is that he's never really lost his composure. I feel like a lot of the times when players play a lot of zoners, especially when it's kind of a polarizing zoner main, right? Like Ram, who doesn't really like approach too often, that sometimes they lose their composure. Rivers has always just kept moving, whether it's just backing up, pulling banana, monkey flipping in, always moving, always trying to mix things up. And even though he is still kind of, you know, behind by about like a couple hits or two, it's still keeping it close, and Ram still kind of looks uncomfortable even though he's ahead. Ooh, okay. These unfortunate weak hit back airs are just not it for Rivers this time around.
Yeah, maybe getting studied up on a little bit. Ram, who was one of the snakes that had to fight his way through a slew of snakes in the Garden State, especially in the early days of Ultimate, Sensei being among them. And yeah, it's just it's interesting to see how Ram might be looking at this as sort of a test with how he sort of had his rise at Platinum Star, which is one of the tournaments that Rivers really makes his home at, quite literally in his hometown. And at 130%, Ram is going to take the former PGR player to his last stock in game number 2.
Yeah, that call-out read on the up smash was crazy on the monkey flip in. So now Ram definitely just trying to hold as long as possible. James, though, going to be able to find the banana into the up smash. We're going on last stock here. And once again, James just taking more of the aerial approach, which I can totally get behind. I love the monkey flip right into him because it's something that Rivers has not gone for all set until now. So it's very explicitly when he's looking for it. But banana trip into the grenade hit going to help Rivers out exponentially. A lot of these fares also working out really well. The Z drop's not going to connect, so that allows Ram to get some percentage on the board. But now, once again, we're back in neutral. I do not blame Ram for playing this more passively. You have to. You notice when Rivers gets in for a fair amount of damage.
Yeah, Rivers just trying to confound Ram a little bit and not seeming to work. Rivers deciding to simply not interact. If you don't have to, you might as well. If you want to get these interactions on flat ground on your own terms, and the very MVD-esque quality play from Ram, I will describe it in those terms, which, I mean, yeah, that's about what you want to be doing. Make it a bullet hell for him. Okay, you can move around. Let's watch you do it.
Yep, very true. And once again, this is what I was talking about. This is James's advantage here in this set too, because he's constantly moving around. And you know what I also noticed? He's never really going for that up smash unless he knows it's going to kill out of the trip. He knows that Snake is pretty heavy, so up smash, especially at this percent, may not actually do it.
He's not reading a damn thing.
Yeah, no.
He knows when it's going to, yeah, he's fine.
Yep, for sure. Once again, just looking for the opportunity, not going to be able to find anything, so going to pull another banana. And once again, Ram just completely content with just, you know, hanging out, having a blast. Just
stopping the grenade in his tracks with the pop gun. Gotta love it. Okay. Gonna detonate the C4. That's off of the board. This has become a projectile extravaganza. It is gonna be a little sweet chin music that gets played, and that's gonna send Rivers off of the stage. And yeah, this Snake giving Rivers a run for his money. And I am curious about your opinion on this. Sure, being in Florida, surely he's played Vinny G a couple times.
I don't think he was super active in the Floridian scene. I think he was just living down there.
Yeah, I mean,
he was streaming. He was streaming a lot. I think James originally kind of like moved to Florida to make sure he had good internet.
He was in Tampa. Surely he had to have crossed him once or twice. Like,
I don't know.
And if nothing else, you got all them snakes up in Jersey. He's done this matchup before. What is Ram bringing to the table that perhaps is catching Rivers off guard?
Wow, okay, well, I don't know about catching off guard anymore because that string of up airs was definitely something to call out here. Trying to go for the up smash early on that one. Ram gonna opt to go to the platform and then just kind of have a blast where he is. Full hop fair, though, looking good. Oh, can't find the strong kick in the back air. I was surprised that he didn't go for the up air, actually.
Honestly, same here. Just because shortest competitive ceiling, you're seeing the red letters. but it's going to opt to let the Snake reset to neutral, maybe get a false sense of confidence. Because you know, the one misstep, there is an up smash waiting in his future. Or if failing that, win advantage, dash attack, something like that, you got a back air that's more than capable of killing at this percent.
Okay, going for back air instead of the dunk. It's gonna work. Ram gonna unfortunately air dodge out of it, so that is a little bit of an SD, but there's plenty of time to make it up. And once again, Ram taking the banana, kind of just having his own way with the projectiles. I mean, Snake can juggle at least 2 grenades and a C4. Why not just add a banana to the mix at this point? But good monkey flip in on Rivers. Gonna be able to find anything, but look at that back air from Ram. Good spacing.
Liking it, and keeping his distance, trying to let Rivers hold in, but Rivers with not a whole lot of room to work with on that ledge, not pressing the panic option. And again, this is the difference that being a veteran of the scene really makes. Not to say that Ram is exactly a rookie, far from Ram's first rodeo, but Ram kind of getting grabbed by the horns by this veteran Diddy, who's been playing Diddy since far before this game.
Yeah, very true. One thing I can also call out to Rivers' gameplay that's working out really well for him, and we've said this a little bit earlier in this set too, is that he's really mixing up the way that he comes back up from ledge every single time. I think he's also figured out something with the peanut pop gun, trying to stop all the grenades from coming at him. I love how Rivers just waited to see what he was going to do after the banana connected, but going to be able to find another monkey flip. And now, honestly, I mean, Rivers has completely lapped Ram here. So Ram now has to find a solution to this because, honestly, we're talking about, you know, Rivers never leaving his stoop in kind of like real life, never leaving Central Jersey. Now he's doing it in the game, too.
You got to, hey, game recognizes game.
Yeah, that's true.
Ram, who has done so well to get to this point, the losers run, that included eliminating Lemon Tea, Beast, and Guy. It's that's some quality opposition that he had to take down in order to reach this point, in order to take down Rivers, who was sent into losers by D-Dog, the Steve Extraordinaire, or Enderman, I should say. And Rivers has not dropped a single stock, conserving this thing. Diddy, known for his high survivability, who'd have thought?
Yeah.
I mean, what is there to say? We're seeing a masterstroke from the young big game James.
Sure. All right, though, Ram just trying to find a way to approach at this point. A couple grenades are going to throw out there. Once again, keeping the space, trying to bait something with the up smash, but James is very content with just going from side of stage to side of stage. Crazy part is about this, dude, that this is a best of 5, so we have at least 2 more games, or 1 more game after this, depending. But monkey flip on stage. Once again, the grenade is going to prevent Rivers from finding the banana, but he finds the back air instead. I'm sure a rather good trade for Rivers. Now, 162, I feel like Ram should just start going for the up tilt here, because grenade is not going to KO like an up tilt will.
Like, honestly, why not? Just hope they find the platform, or just do that. Yeah, that's cool. Errant jet barrels will do the job, I suppose. But yeah, this is James, who's been getting himself in a position to compete a little bit more regularly and on a higher level, a little bit more consistently.
Yep.
And we've seen him top 8 majors before. Top 8 to get on my level, in fact.
Yep.
Did very well to get there. This is someone who is capable of taking on some of the best in the world, either with Crom or Diddy. And it's the chimp that's being shown off here. You got to think that the Crom is sharpening its sword in the background, just menacingly, you would imagine. But Ram, oh my goodness, who needs a sword when you've got a banana? This is some impressive stuff.
Yeah, very true. And once again, it's just Rivers has to play like this to make sure that he doesn't get propped up by anything like potential grenade hit into up tilt, for example, or anything else that may kind of be in Ram's arsenal of thought here. Dash attack, though, looking for anything at this point. Okay, you saw Rivers was lined up for it, but then the grenade hit actually stopped everything. So it's Rivers' game to lose at this point. The monkey flip's not going to be able to KO. Ram is going to be at about 140 on the way back. Let's see if he can find a stock at least and will off of the SD. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, the thing is, if he has to play like this, hey, don't threaten me with a good time, says Big Game James, and that's going to put him up 2-1. James, who, again, we're seeing him at these Jersey tournaments just a little bit more. Last week's Platinum Star just 1 week ago, taking down opponents like WebJP, Bonk, Ziglet, AK Fires, and Haven before being double eliminated by Jackal. This is someone who defends his turf so vigorously and so thoroughly. Ram kind of intruded on it and does have a set win on Rivers. In fact, the only competitive set that they ever played was a win, 3-2 at the Players Ball so many years ago. Just a few patches ago. Just a few.
There's plenty of patches, I think, between then and now. Oh my God.
And
it's crazy to think how absolutely hyped we used to get for patches too. Like, patch notes were just spreading across Twitter.
It was pre-Diddy viability.
Wow, great roll through by James to avoid the smash attack there, but unfortunately the grenade's actually going to pick it right back up, and now Ram is technically the one in the lead here. It's really just this patient game that both of these players are playing right now. You have to.
Hang on. Looking for Diddy having trouble getting off of a platform due to item shenanigans. That's a little ironic if you think about it.
Yeah, really.
But did you know it's called the Pyramid Scheme?
My God. Speaking of ultimate, okay.
Thing is, I literally, like, when I saw James do that, I wanted to call it the River Dance, but
I call Snake down near the River Dance.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, clogging on him. Hang on.
Yeah.
We're getting Dutch up in here.
It's very true. Okay, back air out of shield is going to be the option here. Rivers just trying to find advantage, but once again, Ram just staying close to the ledge, not really giving Rivers much to work with here. I love how Rivers essentially avoided the potential up air from ledge to cover more space, saying, you know what, you can get that, that's fine. Down tilt though, going to prop him up, looking for anything else though, going to be able to find the monkey flip. Now Ram high in the sky, just has to choose the way he wants to come down, but the grenade has always been there to cover.
I mean, when in doubt, just pull the pin.
Yeah, right. You got two of them. Use them.
Yeah.
Remember when Diddy Kong had 2 bananas? Ooh, good tech though by Ram. Ready for it? Ready for it again?
Okay.
Can I get a third?
Okay. Not needing a third.
Hey!
Oh my goodness. Mutually assured destruction. A little death from above is the order from Rivers. And yeah, we're just going to reset that. We're at 2 stocks apiece.
Yeah, honestly, think about how long it took for us to get here. About 2 minutes for both of them to lose their first stock here. And now Rivers a little bit more comfortable with playing on the aggressor side. Ram already does have 50% on him. So now back air is going to connect. Peanut Pop Gun does not. So now Rivers totally content with going back to ledge, getting what he needs before he's ready to go in. Ooh, okay. Z-drop back air. Nothing too crazy. Okay. I feel like he was trying to go for a grab there, but instead got jab, which is totally fine because once again, you still have enough lead to kind of push through. You can make a couple mistakes, but it's really just them preferring their separate sides of stages and just staying there.
Those are the problems you want to have.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
As if you're Rivers, for sure.
Yeah, you're doing just fine, honestly. Spot dodge, anticipating, I would imagine, dash attack in that situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, so again, banana hitting shield. Ram is being made to react to these projectiles just a little bit more, and I am impressed by the fact that he's not simply sitting in shield. He is staying mobile. He's trying to counteract Rivers' attempts to reposition himself on the stage and kind of maintain stage control, but not really biting on much of anything until that dash attack. As powerful it is awful committal.
Yeah. Very, very committal. I like, once again, how grenade has always been there for Ram. Not going to be able to find much else, though, for Ram, as James is going to be able to get the banana trip into the up tilt. And now Ram still opting to play a little bit more passive when James does have a pretty good lead. He's going to try and meet him up in the air with a back air, and he will, but it's not the strong hit. So he's going to have to suffer a little bit of a Diddy Kong combo here. Only 25, though, so it's definitely possible to make up, but once again, these banana trips have been a little bit more consistent coming out from Rivers now.
Oh,
ooh, good night!
The Cypher, there is no hiding place. The blinding light of top 8.
That was a long set.
Yeah, but it shines favorably upon Rivers. You know, sometimes it's a game of inches.
Yeah,
that
was funny.
Oh
yeah,
my goodness.
I think they both laughed. Ram definitely had like a more like
I did.
outrageous reaction.
Yeah.
But that was a long one. 3-1 going up for Rivers, though. That is Ram leaving us at 7th place, which is definitely not bad for a tournament like this. So, of course,
not
good
the
on
least.
them. Oh, yeah, definitely not that bad. Who we got up next, Stu? Stu's got the bracket at his feet. All right, so we got Syrup and Hydra. So, you know what's really funny? We had Rivers, who's been playing this game, you know, for multiple generations now, and now we're having 2 players that have really kind of made a name for themselves just in Ultimate coming up head-to-head, and that's going to be Syrup and Hydra.
Yeah, Syrup, the prodigal.
Really
prodigal,
prodigy,
excuse
yeah.
me. The young man from the state of New Jersey has
Staten
climbed
Island.
up.
Oh, wait, no. Syrup. I was thinking D-Dog for a second.
It's okay.
It's all the kids are actually in, like, their own section of bracket because the winner
seems
of this.
like it, yeah.
So Syrup, Hydra, and even though Hydra's not really a kid, but he's younger. He's definitely in, like, that college age.
Yeah.
The winner of Syrup, Hydra plays D-Dog.
Yeah.
So it's like the lower half of the losers bracket is actually just all of the players that start playing in Ultimate.
Exactly. Like, Syrup versus Hydra. And the thing is, I want to favor Syrup in this one just because so technically proficient.
True.
As if New Jersey just didn't have enough Ness mains. What can we say? That's just it's cool to finally see a Ness in the Garden State, at long last. But yeah, going up against as you mentioned, a kid in D-Dog. If you want to know how old he is, he mains Steve. And it's just Syrup and Hydra, what do you make of this? Because I personally think Syrup has this, but Hydra,
I don't know, man. I would not sleep on that guy. Hydra definitely was one of the players that you heard more about over quarantine. I wouldn't say, I'm done saying the word Wi-Fi warrior because I don't think that's necessarily true, but definitely did get their start in the community on Wi-Fi and then decided to come offline a little bit more. A very proficient Palutena. We saw them actually fall in winners to Beast. On the Pokemon trainer, but if it's one thing that New Jersey has, it's Palutenas, and all of the Palutenas in the state really know how to edge guard, and I feel like that's where it's going to be so important for Syrup to kind of realize what he's going to